Somewhere on a hillside in Crete, tourists are taking selfies next to a 3,000-year-old tombstone. The name on it? Zeus, king of the gods, ruler of Olympus, the god who supposedly can't die. And yet, his own worshippers built him a grave. So what actually happens if the real, ancient, terrifying Zeus, not the Disney version, landed in the middle of 2026? By the end of this video, you'll never think about this god the same way again, because most of what you think you know about him is the sanitized version. Picture him opening his eyes exactly where his temple in Crete used to stand, except now it's a national park with a gift shop, and the first thing he sees is his own grave. Ancient Crete actually claimed to have Zeus's real burial site, first on Mount Ida, later moved to Mount Juctas. Since Zeus is supposed to be eternal, this was considered such an outrageous lie that it created an entire proverb. All Cretans are liars, quoted by the poet Epimenides and later even repeated in the New Testament. Now imagine Zeus standing at that tomb today, not humbled, but furious, realizing humans have been visiting a monument to his death for 2,000 years, looking for someone to explain himself to, and instinctively heads toward where his oldest, most sacred oracle used to stand. Dodona, older than Delphi itself. Here's the part almost nobody knows. Zeus never spoke there through a possessed priestess or a burning flame. He spoke through leaves. Priests would listen to wind moving through a single sacred oak tree and interpret Zeus's will from the rustling. That was the original hotline to the king of gods. Now picture him watching a teenager whisper, "Hey Siri," into a phone and get an instant answer, and Zeus, utterly baffled, muttering that he used to need an entire tree just to get a response. He wanders further and ends up near a mountain tied to one of his darkest, least talked about cults. Zeus Lycaos, worshipped on Mount Lycaon, connected to a horrifying old taboo. Eat human flesh secretly mixed into a ritual sacrifice, and you'd be cursed to become a wolf for 9 years. This is the actual root of the word lycanthropy. Now Zeus turns on a hotel TV and sees werewolves sold as a Halloween costume, a teen romance subplot, a $20 pop-up store outfit. His most feared curse reduced to merchandise. He's handed a form asking for his full legal name and date of birth, and he genuinely can't answer it. When Zeus was born, his father Cronus swallowed his older siblings, and when Cronus was later forced to vomit them back up, they came out in reverse order, meaning Zeus is simultaneously the youngest child by birth and effectively the oldest by rebirth. He can't even check into a hotel without a 2,000-year identity crisis, and it says everything about a god trying to fit himself into modern boxes that were never built for him. Later that night, alone, he tries the one thing he knows works, seduction through disguise. In the old stories, he became a swan, a bull, golden rain, even an ant, to pursue women who never knew who or what they were really with. In 2026, that's not divine mystery, that's a felony. He'd be staring down catfishing laws, consent laws, deepfake legislation, realizing his most iconic power was never romantic to begin with. Ancient myth simply never asked whether those women had a choice. In modern audiences, he does what he does best. He tries to control the weather. A storm rolls in, lightning cracks, and he expects panic and prayer. Instead, a meteorologist on the evening news calmly explains barometric pressure and Doppler radar, predicting the exact same storm 6 hours in advance. The original god of thunder just got scooped by a weather app. Frustrated, he tries reclaiming another ancient role, Zeus Herkios, protector of oaths, boundaries, and justice, the god contracts were sworn to. He walks into a courtroom expecting reverence, and instead gets handed a subpoena, realizing that modern legal systems and entire constitutions have quietly outZeused Zeus at his own job, without needing a single lightning bolt to do it. Sitting outside that courthouse, exhausted, he starts questioning something deeper. In the more obscure Orphic tradition, Zeus wasn't even the original power in the universe. There was a shadowy, pre-Zeus god called Protogenes, the firstborn, whom Zeus supposedly had to swallow just to become supreme. Now walking past churches, mosques, and temples, all claiming their god came first, Zeus realizes this isn't a new anxiety at all. He's been quietly haunted by was I really first? He passes a gaming store and sees a fantasy skin named after Zeus Mylikios, one of his gentler, snake-form titles once used to appease the angry dead. Down the aisle, a crypto ad uses Zeus Urios, an ancient title sailors once prayed to for safe winds, as a token name. Titles that once carried real fear and real devotion now sell hoodies and NFTs. And finally, alone at night, he confronts the one story almost nobody tells about him anymore. The darkest Orphic myth, where he fathered Dionysus with his own daughter, Persephone. Modern retellings soften Zeus into a bumbling, harmless dad god, but the real mythology never did. And that's the real question this video leaves you with, not what if Zeus visited today, but if he did, would we even recognize the god we've spent thousands of years rewriting into something easier to swallow?